What is up, everybody? It is the Hero Homestead. We are back today. Wanted to share with you the gardening adventure I've had and the tractor and all that stuff you guys have heard me talk about. So yeah, how's everybody doing? Hope it's all good. Happy Friday, happy Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for all that have served, and we remember all that never got to come home. And our hearts and prayers go out to the families and friends of all those people, but we do thank you for your service and enjoy the freedom that you grant us because you made the ultimate sacrifice. So thank you for that. Happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. So guys, how's it going? Good time to get some work done. Did my day job, and now it's time for my home job. Yeah, so here it is. Here's our new tractor and some of its stuff. It's the we have a Rural King around here if any of you want to check it out, and they've got really great stuff. It's like anytime you go in the store, it's like stepping back into the 90s at Kmart where everything was awesome. Yeah, dated myself there, but anywho, went with the RK24 24 horsepower tractor. The way they do it, they sell them automatically with the front loader on there. We also decided to buy a backhoe, which goes on the back obviously, and a 4-foot tiller, which is awesome once it's tilling. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, as you guys have known, I was talking about how I was doing some digging and helping alleviate some of the water situation on the property, installing a pond. Yeah, so here it is. It's not on the tractor right now because I just did the garden, but here is our backhoe. It's pretty cool. It does 6.5 foot depth or reach, which is enough for small farms or homesteads or anything simple like that. Obviously, if I was doing large construction, need something bigger, but it's pretty cool. Just you back right up to it, hook up your hydraulics. Once they're running, it'll actually function while it's on the ground. You lift it up and it will set itself onto the tractor, which is really cool. But right now it's got to sit on the ground because I had other tasks that needed done, which brings me to the next point, the garden. Been trying to beat the weather for days now because one little bit of rain here on my property and it stays muddy and wet and difficult for a long time. So we had a few days in a row where it was nice and sunny. Mind the peeping, we have some baby ducks and some baby geese and a couple baby chickens because we had to replenish because of that stupid fox I told you about in my last video. But anywho, here is our tiller. It is a 4-foot made by King Cutter, sold by RK. So for any of you that if you purchase it and wonder why RK doesn't give you a service or a manual sheet for it, it's not actually made by them, it's made by King Cutter. But great product, very good, works well. For any of you that are thinking about getting one of these that have never dealt with one like that before, have just used the walk behind, it was a big learning curve for me. Mostly because you see this drive shaft? That's obviously, there's a PTO drive in there, runs across, hooks up to the PTO connection there, and that's what spins the blades. They don't tell you this. Well, I mean, I guess if you know, you know, but if you don't, you don't. You actually have to cut that drive shaft to fit. So it's not as simple as the backhoe of where you just click it on and go. It was, one, they ship it dry because I guess some of the stuff in there you can't ship because that's a different license and chemicals and all that. Sorry about that. So they, you have to get, the proper oil, the proper grease gun if you don't have that, go through that whole process. And then once that's done, sorry, my dog is going nuts because it's raining. And yeah, anywho. So you grease it, you oil it, you get all that prepped. Then once you do that, it actually comes in a big crate. So then you bust it out of the crate and have to deal with that, fit it, hook it up to the tractor. And then once you do that, you measure, you cut, you do all that, you hook your PTO up there, your drive shaft. And then once all that's done, then you can till. But I promise you, that process there that I just described may be a nightmare. It will drive you nuts. And that's okay because hard work leads to hard-earned success. But once that happens, it actually feels much better because I will show you. Ta-da! Here's our new garden. We did pallet garden last year. This property needed a lot of work to get it straightened back up in order. So finally, we got all this side of our field and our property cleaned out. Still got some work to do. I would have done all that, but the mower broke. Again, the mower. I hate this stupid property for the mower problems it has. But anywho, the nice spot that we actually needed was cleared out. And here's our garden. Obviously, you can see there's gaps. So there are a couple schools of thought depending on how you do it. Obviously, we're not full scale, just farmers. So we got the smaller tractor, the smaller tiller, and we're doing the stripping for our garden because it's not just all machine work. This is going to be hand done from this point out. We plant the seeds, we pick it, we clean it, we weed it, we do all that by hand. So it's actually, if you're going to have something this big, so this is, each strip is 4 feet because I got a 4-foot tiller. Got 6 strips, that's 24, about 80 feet long, maybe a little more on a few of them. So roughly 1,900 square feet of planting. So that's 1,900 plants if they're all 1 square foot plants, which there's a lot of plants that can be done in half or less. I know a couple that's more, but not much. So it breaks down to about 1,900 square feet, 1,900 plants. That's a lot. So yeah, so for the stripping part, so the way that is, it's easy, you know, it's small enough you can run a little mower through there, but mostly it's so we can walk up and down, service the rows from both sides. You know, adults don't really have trouble managing, but you know, we have the 4 kids. Obviously Blake is a giant, which is fine, so he's kind of on our side of it. But with the little girls, for them to be able to get in and out of there and deal with the stuff, like, you know, sometimes there's a snake, sometimes there's spiders, or just reaching things, because you know, you have to get to the middle of the row. That's pretty difficult if you have to walk all, like if that was all filled, you'd have to walk through everything to get to it, and you could damage stuff, tear it up. Anywho, so that's that. So that's the new garden. That's why we decided, well, one of the reasons we decided to get the big tiller. And yeah, it actually turned out great. This whole process, it was, you know, just regular grass, not counting the mowing because that was a different day. If you just go from the cut grass to ready to plant earth, I did all 6 strips. I did 6 passes on each. You can plant after 3, but I wanted to be thorough. I wanted to get it really, really fine, make it really easy, because we're going to add some alpaca fertilizer, which is free to us because we have alpacas, to some of this to richen it up a little bit. But really, it's ready to plant right now, which is awesome. So yeah, so that's that, man. Hope all of you are doing well, staying busy, staying ready. Like I said, I know it's Memorial Day weekend. I know there's a lot going on, but you have to keep going, you know. Just because it's the holiday weekend doesn't mean that the tasks and the needs for prepping and family and farming, and even if it's just your hobby and fun with plants, you still got to get done. And I'm very, very thankful and grateful we were able to get our tractor. And I'm very, very thankful for, once it was installed, how easy it is and will be in the future, because that is the upside. Yes, the initial installation of the tiller onto the tractor, because of all the steps you have to go through preparing it, is difficult. Now it's just, now I can unclick it just like the backhoe, take it off, put on another part, leave it off, do something else, but whatever. It'll be really simple. So from here on out, it'll be good. So every year, or anybody else this year who needs a garden done, let us know. We'll get it while we have the tiller on there, and we'll be able to help you out. So there's that. But just wanted to take a few minutes and share the awesomeness with you guys. We're very fortunate to be able to get this done, and are very excited to be able to provide food for ourselves and our close friends and family, and for anyone that may need it, because that's what it's about, helping each other out, getting it done, and being prepared. Also, this right here is a big help for me personally and my family, because Celia is a plant crazy person. She loves it. Just playing in the, she constantly says, I just want to play in the dirt. I just want to play in the dirt. Now she has all this dirt to play in, which means less stress, more happiness, and thus life being better, because that's what you got to do. Find the things that make you happy. I did this part because, you know, I'm the guy, and I do the heavy lifting and the work and the putting it in and all that. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Celia's more than capable. I had her out here when she popped in for a minute between tasks at work to give it a shot, let her drive the tractor. That way she can say her hands got into it and she's a part of it. But she let me do the most of it. That way I'm the planner, if you guys already couldn't tell that. I'm the guy who lays things out and says, this is the organization, this is the structure, this is how it will be completely functional and most effective. And she knows that that's kind of my wheelhouse, and she lets me live in it. But I know that the plants and the growing and all that is mostly hers. I just stick them in the ground, hope they come up and eat them when they do. But she has the ability to talk to them and love on them and know what they are and how to best serve that sort of thing. So it's really raining out here. I know you guys can't really see it, but it is. So that's that. So here we are. We have our garden. And yeah, we're really excited about it. But that's one less thing on my to-do list. I can get back to digging the pond. I can get back to all the other things, because as soon as all of it's done, and it's done, I can relax. My kids can relax. Celia can relax. We can enjoy life, because we will then be prepared as we need to be prepared. Which means once you're ahead of the game, then it's just maintenance. It's just keeping up and staying with it, not having to constantly play catch up or fight. But it's all good. It's all great. Very thankful, very blessed. Hope all of you are doing good. Stay safe out there this Memorial Day weekend. Remember what it's actually about. Think a veteran. Think a veteran's family. And God bless America. You know why? Because that's what heroes do.